All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Lolita Sheriow, aka Lo, and I'm here with my friend, with my brother, Mr. Leroy Wilkerson. I'm so excited to talk to him. We're going to talk about a recent deal that we partnered on and worked together. And before we do that, Leroy, I just want to welcome you and thank you so much for taking the time to talk and share with me, with my followers, on your experience with real estate investing, as well as this deal that we just recently closed, and also working with me. But before we do that, why don't you share with everybody a little bit about yourself?
Oh, thank you, Lolita. I appreciate it. So like you said, Leroy Wilkerson. I'm here in the Metroplex, Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. Real estate investment. I've been actually dabbling in it for a little right at about almost 10 years, probably back when I first met you, Lo.
Mm-hmm.
About 2006
Okay.
is somewhere around that time, and been doing it part time for the most part. Full time, I have a insurance agency, and so I work at that full time that I own. I'm a full time broker, and so I just kind of passionate about helping people from one way or the other. So if it's helping them with a transition, with transitioning in their housing, or helping in the other field, that's just pretty much what I do. I just like working with people, talking to people, and just seeing how I can give to them instead of somebody always giving back. On this end.
Absolutely fantastic. And yes, you are very good with working with people. So let's talk about this deal. Well, let's talk about how we linked up. How did we link up? How did you? Because I think you found me and opted into my list, right?
Well, yes, I did. That is,
Mm-hmm.
I found you a long time ago. Well, actually, when you first started, like I said, about almost.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been 10 years, Lo? I
It will,
think 10.
it will be in 2017 next year. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. And that's when I had first. I first found you, and then I met you again at a couple of networking events
Mm-hmm.
at REIG Real Estate, the
Mm-hmm.
investment groups,
Yeah.
and I've seen you there. And then I've just followed you forever. I mean, and following your information, following your stuff, reading your books, and I've been to a couple of your classes.
Yeah.
I have been. I think the boot camps, is that
Yeah.
what you call them, the boot
Uh-huh.
camps?
The TAW live
W, what
event.
is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. There was an event that you had out in Irving.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going
Yep.
out
That
there,
was it.
and so yeah, just a huge fan. That's the bottom line. Just been a huge fan, and that's what I could say about it.
Well, I've always appreciated your support, your words of wisdom, and just being there. So that's meant a lot. I just want to share that with you. Now let's talk about this deal. Okay, the most recent one in Dallas. So how did the lead come about? How did you get this lead?
So, of course, like I kind of mentioned at the top, I've been doing this for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
and so people sometimes still follow you as well. That's one thing about keeping a good reputation, is because people may not always remember, what you do for them, but they always remember how you make them feel.
Yes.
And if you make people feel really good about you and about yourself, they're gonna follow you. And so I actually had not done any deals here of late
Mm-hmm.
for a little bit. I've been a little passive, more passive than active,
Mm-hmm.
building my insurance practice. However, some people, friends of mine, they remembered that I did that, and they called me up and said, "Hey, we've got another friend that they lost their grandmother, and she really wants to sell her house, but she wants to do it and do it fast. Their grandmother passed away, and the mother was left the house, and she really didn't want to be bothered with getting a listing agent or fixing it up and making repairs and doing a lot of stuff. They just wanted the transition to be as smooth as possible.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a lot of time to our money to say, hey, let's go in and clean grandma's house up or do this or do that. They really just wanted to liquidate it. And they asked her, who do you know? And so she said she thought of me, and she called me up. And I was, as pleased as I was as that she called me, first thing came to my mind. I was so excited. I was like, man, Lolita can help me with this right now. I don't even have to worry about it anymore. And so that was just comforting because I didn't have to figure out, well, what about this? Well, what about that? I knew right away, call Lo for real. And then we're going to get it done because I knew what I know about the real estate, which was fine. I know things change all the time, but I stay on top of it. But I knew that you had a huge, you have a huge list. You've got the confidence, you got the competency, and so the whole package was going to be there. So when I got on the phone with her, I could talk with her with absolute certainty. There was no doubt in my mind what was going to go down.
Oh, that's fantastic. And you're right. And I just want to point out a couple of things, with everybody that's listening, it's so important. Number one, Leroy, as he shared, he's not a newbie. He's not new, but he does have his own business that he runs full time. And you could have easily called anyone else. But the importance of establishing, number one, like you said, a good name, a good reputation, and knowing that the people that you work with or partner with, you can trust. That's huge. You called me. And of course, I was very happy. I'm always open and eager to partner with other investors on deals. So again, I thank you for that. And with this particular lead, again, it was a referral, so it didn't cost you a dime. It's based on the relationship. And also, yes, we were able to get it done. So with getting the deal closed, I think the total assignment fee was a little over $11,000. Is that correct? Is that accurate?
Sounds right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So a little over $11,000, and got it done in about 30 days or so. But I just want everybody to understand that as a real estate professional, real estate investor, real estate professional, whether you're new, whether you're seasoned, the importance of being able to connect with great relationships, other real estate investors, and that also includes a mentor and a coach that can give you guidance or that you can partner with them to get deals done is what you want. And Leroy, tell me, for me, it's about volume. I'm all about volume. If I can find like-minded people that I can work with, that have integrity and that I can trust, hey, the floodgates are open, and it's always a win-win between both parties. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's absolutely correct.
So what would you say to people that have been struggling in the real estate investing business that haven't got deals or may have a hard time talking to sellers or putting deals together? How important is it for them to have a coach or have someone that is doing this business that they can partner with?
Well, I tell you, Lo, and that you bring up a valid point. So no matter what field you're in or what you're doing in life, there are some areas you're going to have strengths in. There are some areas you're going to have weaknesses in. And the goal really is to just, if your passion is in one area, you don't have to have strength in every area of real estate. But you do have to have partners and alliances, people that you work with, people that trust you. It both ways. You got to trust them, but they got to trust you.
Yes.
I mean, that goes back and forth. And so having somebody that's really been in the business, don't be afraid of what you don't know. Be afraid of who you don't know. That's where the key comes in. If you don't know the right people that you can dial into, if you don't have somebody on your list that you can say, hey, I've got this going on in my life and I need some help here. Rather, it's a mentor. It's a coach. See, Lolita is my mentor and my coach and my partner. All of it. It doesn't matter how long I've been doing it. She still does this by far more than I ever have done and do it all the time. So her hands are wet in it on a daily basis. Well, I got enough sense to recognize that. So that's what I encourage people to do. You don't have to know it all, but if it's something you want to do, find out who you want to align with. Make sure that you have something to offer them as well. Don't go in it one-sided. I say it's easy to reach out and grab. How about giving first? What can you give that person? Lolita, and I'm going to bring this up because I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
but I call people and refer them to you to get in your classes. Has that not been the case?
Yes, that has been the case, and I have to say this: that alone is priceless. And one of the students that came out of that is Markel. And for those of you that follow me, he's the 21-year-old young man that was a recent college graduate, and his first deal that he closed, he made 13,000. So for a recent college graduate, a 21-year-old kid, you can
Right.
imagine that the kind of money that really just helped him. Um, and it was such a blessing. But our paths would have never crossed. I never would have been able to you know, just teach this young man and take him under my wings if I didn't know Leroy. So he's on point. It's the value in having key relationships like this is priceless. And that's one of the things that you want to focus on in growing a business, not just making money, not just closing deals, but if you're really serious about doing this business or any business full time, okay, and it replacing your 9 to 5 and you want to grow it over time, then it's critical that you have these type of alliances here. And again, Leroy, I'm so grateful.
Likewise, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and I'll just add one thing to that.
Sure.
You know, when I refer and have referred people to you, they have had the confidence to just go ahead and sign up, but not just sign up, taking that step. Then they come out and then they benefit from it. So it's a win-win-win. So you just got to take the first step. You got to take the next step. Matter of fact, if you're listening to this and you followed and listened to any of Lolita's stuff, you can really just tell she is the real deal. She really is passionate. She really does care about helping. And that's what I like about it.
Absolutely. Well, Leroy, thank you so much again. I don't think there's anything else I can say behind that. It's been a blessing, and I appreciate your time. And for those of you that's listening, and again, you really want to learn this business, you really want to learn the real estate investing business and get in an area where you don't have to really use any cash or credit. If you really want to learn how to wholesale successfully, and set up a business systems, contact me. Simply go to takeactionlow.com. Again, that's takeactionlow.com. I have the link provided below or around this video. Link up with me. I'd love to talk to you to see how I can help you. Okay? And Leroy, again, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you, Lo. Have a great day. I appreciate you always.
No problem. Thank you.